It's Week 11 in the NFL, and we're in Chi-Town. We'll see the Bears and Ravens square off for just the 7th time as Chicago looks for their 5th win of the series. All the action's headed your way on EA Sports.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. Brandon Gaudin joined as always by Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Bears in this one. They know coming in they've got to be at their best because they're facing one of the better overall defenses in the NFL.
And this is not one of the better offenses around in terms of running the football. So they understand that they're going to be put to the test a bit. The big plays in the run game, they haven't been there of late, so maybe that means we'll see them shake things up a little bit. Some RPOs, some touch passes, some draw plays, anything to try and gain a little bit of momentum.
Second and 9. Jackson. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Now it's Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. And Charles, despite this list of key inactives that we see here, they've obviously still been pretty successful.
Give everyone credit for this one because to me, when that happens, key guys are out, the next man steps up and plays well, but that starts with the organization itself, all the way through. No excuses for guys being out, finding guys who are capable backups who can step up and play when they need them, and we've seen the results of that. This team knows how to work through things.
Jackson had his hands on it but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. Third down. To throw again is Jackson. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a fourth down. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. Did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A give. This is Montgomery. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line.
Good strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage. And that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And a fair catch called for and taken right on the midfield stripe. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. And they'll begin by running the option. That he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Beating him there with his legs. 21 yards, 1st down. Throwing is Jackson. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Jackson. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Rashad Bateman there. And that'll make it third down. To throw is Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. They stopped him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. Throwing on third down, Fields. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy is made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Devin Duvernay. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Well, for Lamar Jackson, we know all about how dangerous he is running the football, but he can really sling it as well, and he connects on a big one there.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. Pretty clean and simple there, just 2 plays, the long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Malik Harrison on the tackle. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score.
Hey, we got three. Three down.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. He's going to look deep for Perriman. A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
There is something to a game plan when trying to keep a defense honest. And with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. Latavius Murray getting set to go again. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman. And he'll get up near the 45. He'll spot him at the 44. A gain of 6 there on first. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From the 44, Jackson. And they were looking to set up the screen, but that's going to be incomplete. Almost wound up going the other way. Well covered defensively, and it'll bring up third down. Now it's Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. To throw on 2nd and 10, Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 36 yards on the play. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Jackson. He'll drop this down to Williams. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
45 to Mike.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak. On top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. From the pistol, they run it with Murray. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Jackson to throw. Buying time to his left. And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a first down, and he gives himself up there at the end.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep, and he'll take this one down to the 36. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down. A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get, so he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
And he will have the Ravens first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Now Jackson on 1st down. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson. Over the middle here to Brown. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
Let's go.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Real quick, ready?
Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. A shotgun handoff. This is Murray now. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Jackson from the shotgun. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. He's at the 50. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
Well, I know, partners, that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control. And yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the 2-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down. On 2nd and 7, Fields. It's caught outright by Graham. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's Dalton. Throw left side complete. That's Graham. 7 yards the pickup there. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. Dalton now to pass. That is hauled in by Jimmy Graham. Touchdown Bears. Jimmy Graham, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bears have taken the lead.
You got it figured out by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Santos now to add the PAT. And that makes it 14-10. So that drive, 4 plays. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. He's hoping to channel his first half play. They had the lead at halftime, was playing well. Flip the script here in the third quarter a little bit.
I think he misses the Pee-wee days, you know, when you just got the orange slice at halftime, right? And remember, there weren't any real adjustments then, right? You weren't looking at some tape, right? You weren't looking at stuff off of the Surface tablets. You just went back out and played. Right now, maybe the adjustments have caught up to him.
We'll see. Maybe he just needs a couple orange slices here for this drive. Now a give, left side. This is Murray. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short. They go with Murray again. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
It's a gain of 6. And the Ravens first down.
And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the fourth. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line.
And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else.
And we talk so much from a defensive perspective about scheming and finding ways to take away the run. That means the offense has to devise different ways to get the ball in the hands of their guy out of the backfield. Find open space, let him run, and big things can happen, and they did right there.
Jackson's going to keep it.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Ravens have retaken the lead.
Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with a touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 17-14. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is Jakeem Grant.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense, and they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
And his throw is incomplete. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant. And now it's 2nd down. Passing, it's Dalton. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Montgomery. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack.
Odafe Owe able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? And we're usually talking about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
To try again after the sack. Dalton, throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Dalton. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Patrick Queen.
There's the stiff arm.
So it's 3rd and long, and you know this is going to be a pass. So defensively, they bring in an extra defensive back and just blanket the field. And this is an ill-advised throw right here as it winds up being picked off easily.
And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession.
And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down.
First down, Ravens.
They'll go option to the short side. The quick feet by Jackson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
I'm too strong out here. Too big.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Jackson now. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Jackson. This is caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Latavius Murray, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Tucker now to add the point after. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. That time a 6-play drive. And it culminates with a Latavius Murray touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Jakeem Grant now to return.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. On first down, Fields. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes.
Justin Houston making his presence felt there in the backfield.
It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Andy Dalton. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. On first down, Murray. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. And there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Now an option play on 2nd down.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, that's one of those mistakes. That's a fumble that when they get to the sidelines, I know you're mad, coach, but look, we've still got this locked down. But that's not necessarily true, is it?
No, their hopes are slim, but you just hate to give them any hope. You could have sealed it right there.
Yeah, could have finished them off and taken away all hope, as we like to say.
Dalton. Pass complete. Graham.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Now Dalton. He'll get this underneath to Montgomery.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Dalton's throw taken in by Grant. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 21. Here's Dalton. 22 yards there, a first down. And Graham on the grab. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Dalton wants to throw. This is Montgomery with a grab over the middle. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They'll give him a dozen on the pitch and catch, but now they're up against a 3rd and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. All right, here's Dalton. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And instead of having a one-score game, they'll remain 2 scores down. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And they'll run the option to start the drive.
And oh, he spins past him and into space. There he goes left side. The 40. Past the 20. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Well, we've certainly seen this before, CD. No one can quite electrify a crowd like Lamar Jackson, and really don't know what else to say other than that was special right there.
I think you pretty much said it all, but I go back to what you said about electrifying a crowd. He's also electrifying us, and we're calling the game. This guy is simply sensational.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Ravens, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3. And they'll have a quick turnaround as they're back in action Thursday at noon Eastern for the traditional Thanksgiving Day game in Detroit.